Heyo, my Planet Coaster friends, Johnny5 Alive here, and welcome back to another episode of Coaster Spotlight. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at three very distinct, unique coaster blueprint creations. So stay tuned and let's check them out. Welcome back, everybody. If you guys are new here, be sure to smash that subscribe button. If you end up enjoying the video, leave a like. Be sure to come check us out on Discord. We're now open to the public. And if you guys want spotlight priority or just want to support the show in any way possible, check out my Patron page. The links are down in the description below. And speaking of Patron, today's episode is sponsored by our golden patrons. All three of these guys are golden patrons. Thank you guys so much for your support. I really appreciate it. It certainly does help out a lot. And with that out of the way, let's check out the first creation of the day. Basalt, created by Sublimes, one of our Discord master builders and golden patrons. Thank you so much for your support, Sublimes. And here he says, out of the North Sea sticks a rather peculiar rock with an abandoned factory complex perilously perched at its peak. Strange sounds have been heard from within the rock, so it's up to you to take a ride in the state-of-the-art steam chariot to find out what these sounds are. A setup guide is included in the blueprint. Don't forget the water. Hope you enjoy the ride. Sublimes. We did not forget the water. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a closer look, shall we? Here's a look at the ride stats. We're dealing with a Typhoon Barghest coaster, green across the board. Airtime count 6 with 1.1 seconds, number of inversions 4. And we have a rather steampunkish vibe. Let's get on this. You know what? I think we're gonna do this one at night. Let's go! Oh, very nice stuff. Let's take a closer look at the blueprint. This looks phenomenal. You know what? Kind of has like a Dishonored 2 vibe to it. And maybe, have you ever played like the Thief games? Thieves 1 with all like the dirt with the pipes coming out the back with the old factory style buildings. It certainly reminds me of Dishonored. You nailed this kind of steampunk look. Really nice stuff. I've never seen anyone do rock work like this before. It almost looks clay. That's very interesting. That is a first for me. It's a little bit repetitive, but what can you do? It looks pretty good from a distance here. I love how crooked the buildings are. Almost has like a Dr. Seuss look to it. It's crazy. So many little blueprints in here. Love the detailing. Really phenomenal stuff. I like the coaster design too. I mean, it was quick. It was speedy. Perched on the water side like this, it looks phenomenal. Like these custom supports. I mean, nothing but praise from me. And this is the steamboat that we're supposed to come in on. Now, there was music on the coaster, so I was listening for a sound. We were supposed to investigate the creepy sounds. You can hear something in there. Something lurking within. Some bursting pipes. Very, very cool stuff. Here today, Sublimes. Thank you so much for your support and submission. Really do love this one here today. What did you guys think? Leave your comments down below. And let's check out the next creation of the day. The Plague, created by Chapsol, one of our Discord master builders and golden patrons. And here he says, "Heyo, Johnny, I've been thinking about doing something with a Black Death and Plague Doctor for some time. The coaster you see here is the result of those ideas. Hop on the ride and come face to face with the Plague Doctor. Keep up the good work, Chapsol." Boom. All right. Thank you so much, my friend. And I will keep up the hard work. All right. Let's take a closer look at the Plague, shall we? So what are we dealing with? A torque launch coaster. Here's a look at the rest of the results. Duration 70 seconds, almost 1,000 meters in track length, 56 miles per hour is the launch speed. Biggest drop is 18 meters. 2 inversions, 2 airtime counts. Boom. All right, let's give it a go. I think this one's actually meant to be nighttime too. Lots of nighttime rides today, and so will the third one. So it's a nighttime series. All right, let's go. Wowee, that is a ton of fun. I love, right after the first initial launch, what was I saying? Right after the first initial launch, where was that? Where's the first initial launch? It's this one, right. We come up over here. I love how it bows up and down, left and right. It felt so smooth. And then again over here. I mean, just for a coaster that's basically doing nothing but right-hand turns, it's doing it really well. And you do enough like back and forth. It goes left, but it doesn't turn left, it just goes left. And I think that breaks up the amount of right-hand turns. There was one spot where we came out here and I think we might have lost our heads, but that's quite all right. So this spot, oh, definitely, taking their hats off at least. Let's take a closer look at this interior. There's the Plague Doctor. Now, I like the surprise of the Plague Doctor. It's a really nicely constructed one as well. I mean, really well done. However, it feels like it's out of sight, out of mind. I would have loved to have seen it reused up front, but this is really good too. By the way, this is a separate blueprint. You have to download the sign separately. How many pieces is that? 570. How many pieces is this? I would probably upload this as a blueprint to the workshop. That's 1,000 pieces right there. I'm wondering if there's anywhere you could have put this. I mean, you can't really put it out front because you already have this amazing side. And I think the 2D art one works better there. Then if you put it out back anywhere, it kind of ruins the surprise. So I think you had the right idea. Maybe up front there somewhere. I don't know. Just would have been nice to see it incorporated into the blueprint. It looks so good. But when you're on the coaster, you're like, oh, what's that? And then it's gone. I think that's maybe why I'm making that suggestion, because we come down here and we see it just for a second and we're gone. Just not enough time to appreciate it, I feel. We got tons of rats, skeletons, this kind of medieval factory-ish area. You know what? It kind of resembles what this one's doing. It has that like sort of Dishonored feel. I think these two blueprints would work really well together in the same setting if they're next to each other. Yeah. So there you go. If you guys are trying to build some sort of like a steampunkish Dishonored style area in your parks, grab both of these blueprints. I think they work really well together. So awesome stuff there from Chapsol today. Let's take a look at the last creation of the day. Cybercano, created by one of our Discord expert builders, Warmgar and Golden Patron. Thank you so much for your support, Warmgar. And here he says, hey, Johnny, I made this during your absence, so I never submitted it for your review. As soon as I saw the Sky Temple in the DLC, I wanted to turn it into some sort of kind of futuristic cyberpunk creation. I ended up fusing it together with a volcano idea I was working on, and well, I think it turned out okay. I'm not used to designing bobsleds, so it might be a little bit crazy and short, but I hope you enjoy it. Can't be crazier than the one in Candyland. Also, a cool feature is you can change the color of the lava to whatever you want, as I made sure to attach the panels to the whole section. Here's part 2 of the blueprint. Okay, yeah, we did get the part 2, which was extremely hard to set up, by the way, because there wasn't much guides, but I find after staring at it for freaking 10 minutes, I figured it out. Hopefully I can remember to take a look at it after. But for now, let's take a closer look at the bobsled. So we are dealing with a bobsled coaster. Here's a look at all the stats. Not a whole lot to go off here, as it is a bobsled, but we have a minute in duration. Biggest drop, 40 meters, 61 miles per hour. So it seems like it's going to be an exhilarating bobsled. Let's give it a go. Definitely short and a little bit mild. This blueprint is so big. Let's take a closer look and talk about it. It's so big that I thought there was going to be so much more track, but really it just kind of goes down and around and it wraps back in. It's like a little figure 8 there, a little knot, but it's so elevated and so high. I just feel like you could have gone down into here more. But very cool. I mean, look at this. You said you could change the color of the lava. Let's try this out. Wow. Ooh. Oh, That is so cool. You know, I think you can make it pulse if you put it on a, because these are animatable. You can animate them. So yeah, you could make it pulse if you want. That looks so gnarly. I like that concept of being able to change the colors yourself. Now, there's one thing that I got an idea, sparked my imagination. We're going down the track. I can't remember where it was. You had this one spot. I think it was this. You made it in such a way that, can we get the bobsled to pass? Pause it just in time. Freaking heck. Yeah, it swings. It's like coming up the wall and you're like, we're gonna hit it, and then it swings back down, which made me think, we've been doing all these post-apocalyptic blueprints. Somebody's gotta do a post-apocalyptic bobsled, but like watch because the bobsled will do the same whips and turns every single time. So what you could do is, like, as it's like whipping to the right and staying there, you just have a wall of spikes. And then, like, as it's coming back down, the spikes are just ending and new ones are starting. And then it comes back up and you put spikes there, or something like that. I mean, it could even just be a snowy bobsled and you're dodging boulders, or you have animatronics on it. And just as the bobsled like swings left and right, you have animatronics or saws or something where it's dodging. So thanks to Warmguard there for the inspiration on that idea. I would love someone to do that. If you do that and you do it well, send me a message and I will spotlight it immediately. And now let's take a second to appreciate this thing. I didn't even realize this was a flat ride, the Sky Temple. So that must have been one of the Magnificent Ride DLCs. But I love the way it just wedges in here so nicely. Now, I would say that the actual rooftop and the style of it does not match this whatsoever, but I can't help but not like it. I think with the lighting and the way you have it set up, it hides it enough, but look at the way it raises up. It's very cool. So I want to talk about that second blueprint for a sec. I mean, so yeah, you get this, but there's no alignment cubes. So basically what I ended up finding was these 3 little pegs, and then I was like, oh, well, maybe if I just put those in there, and there we go. But having said that, I want to take a look on the inside. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention these TVs are really cool. They're like animated. They're not moving right now. I don't know. Oh, there we go. That's really awesome looking. Wow. Is that glowworm in the background? What are we looking at there? Wow. So I wouldn't even know how to get the pathing up there. I mean, there was a pathing guide, but I kind of deleted it. But this gets you up there somewhere. There's so much crazy stuff going on in here that I would have loved to see the coaster pass through a little bit more. I mean, even if it doesn't even look unfinished in the inside. You're just like, yep, that makes sense. And that's like the brilliant thing about sci-fi is you could just have shit everywhere and it's just fine. All right, there we go. I love this colorable stuff, by the way. It's so neat. I mean, really well done on this guy here today. So 3 amazing creations. I love just the look and the craziness of this one. The bobsled going around that. Like, wow, that is amazing. The Dishonored style steampunk creations over here by Sublimes and Chapsol. Very nice stuff, you guys. What did you guys think? Leave your comments down below. That's going to do it for me here today. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please be sure to smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, subscribe for more daily Planet Coaster Planet Zoo videos. And if you'd like to support the show, please do check out my Patreon page. Any support is much appreciated. Boom! All right, everyone. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you all have a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.